So, retrieval cues is similar to context reinstatement, in which they both have been shown to increase the test subject's ability to recall information. In this case, we are testing their ability to recall a word from a list of words. In our study, we will have a total of 100 participants, and 50 of those participants will be placed in a group A and be tested on retrieval cues of a list of words on day 1 in room A, and on the morning of day 2 they will be retested in room B. And based off the results that we find, and then we will place them into a graph and test as significant results. Should the study prove that the test subjects are able to remember more of the list of words when using retrieval cues, this can lead to more research. For example, it can help us students when searching for a way to increase efficiency of studying when trying to remember information on an exam. And potential limitations of retrieval cues could be a lack of knowledge with regards of the word and their meaning. However, by using college students, we hope to minimize that risk. Overall, most college students, like myself, think that cramming information into your brain the night before an exam over and over again is the best way to remember. But according to the studies that we found and our experiments that we proposed, that's not the way to go. Your memory can actually be reconstructed depending on the interactions of context and memory process itself. This gives us the ability to apply our knowledge to various situations. And this very active reconstruction is what makes retrieval so important. Retrieval can also be a modifier of the memory of how we might recall information in the future.
My name is Audrey Yenny, and I am here to discuss the context reinstatement part of our study. We wanted to do an experiment to test the use of context reinstatement, specifically in college-age students at OU, ranging in age between 18 and 24 years old. The original pool of participants is 100 students, but randomly selected 50 of them will go into Group B. Once it finally gets hot enough where outside it's at least 100 degrees, Group B will be tested in the morning on day 1 of our study in a room set to 65 degrees Fahrenheit with a peppermint oil diffuser in that room, and that's where they will be shown the original list of 15 words. We chose those two factors, same room. They will be tested in the same room with the same temperature and the same scent. We found one study that showed the importance of using the same environment, specifically in rats testing alcohol use, but that suggests that it could also be the same in humans, as well as another study that suggested that scents presented a higher rate of success in context reinstatement than just visual things in memory retrieval from a more scientific-y kind of article and study. So we thought that the two of those might produce the results that we're looking for. The next day, those same participants will be tested that next morning on day 2 in the same room at 65 degrees Fahrenheit with the peppermint oil diffuser, and they will be tested to see if they remember seeing, those 15 words, and we will record the results based on which words they remember and which words in relation to where they were on the list, to kind of test the primacy and recency effect. We'll put those, get those percentages, and then test them against those in Group A with the memory retrieval cues. A few possible limitations we could see. Sometimes people feel temperatures differently. If they've got a cold, some people run hot, some people run cold, some people get hot flashes, things like that. So that could change from day to day. Sometimes when people have colds, they don't necessarily smell things, so they may miss the peppermint oil, and that could kind of skew issues. But other than that, I think that we could have a pretty good study that could possibly further future studies that test study tips and best ways to kind of retrieve memory, and could produce future studies to test even further the efficacy of it. So that's what we've got. I hope you've enjoyed it.